Thanks for your time. I hope you will have a good afternoon. I have to say that for me, I'm very happy to come back to Manila. I haven't been here for about 5 months, and every time I come here, it's something great. You know, I came back, the plane was late, Grab didn't work, everything was not working, and I was in a pretty bad mood. But what happened is that I took the taxi, and suddenly the taxi just put a tune, the music on, a lot of music, and he was singing, and I was singing at the same time. And I was like, okay, now I'm back in Manila, so that's my mind, that was my mindset going back here. Today I'm going to talk about intelligent integration and defining digital transformation. And when I talk about digital transformation, first I want to introduce myself. I'm the director of solutions consulting in Asia, taking care also about the Philippines, and I've been doing integration for many times. When we talk about digital transformation, we also talk about digital fragmentation and complexity. And for us to understand where it comes from, we have to start from where I actually started myself many years ago, more than 25 years ago. That was the type of landscape I had to work with when I was really young and I was a developer. At that time, there was about 6, 7 systems, not more than this, and they were all on premise. These are all the orange box here. And I could do everything by myself, I just had to move files here and there. Nobody knew what I was doing, and everything was fine. But guess what? I think now the landscape has totally changed. We're not talking about only 10 applications, we're talking about, in average, 300 plus applications in our digital landscape. And a lot of people have just said that their IT actually stalled, and they have stalled their project in digital transformation. During our journey to digital transformation, there was a lot of technology that came into the picture. What I wanted to get out of digital transformation was better outcome, better digital experience, and also making sure that our resources are focusing on what's important, not the non-rewarding task. And we're helped in this journey by a lot of new technologies. And I can think of many technologies like the mobile devices, how they have improved. Technologies like big data, where we can do a lot of analytics. Technologies like IoT, and many more. But there's one technology that has always been there, and that has taken all the spotlight recently. And I think you understand what technology I'm talking about.
Vous avez matutunan lumigang cat, lumigang cat before. Gusto ko magbigay ng aking pinakamahusay ng mga pagbati para sa bagong taon na ito. 希望我们在2024年的课程中很快再见。
So guess what? I'm a genius of language. I can learn every language. Yeah, Tagalog. But actually, I don't speak Tagalog that well. I have to check with the marketing manager if the avatar was saying the right thing. So you guess it. It's not me, it's my avatar talking. And it's also to introduce the last things. When I talk about those technology emerging, there is one that took the whole spotlight. It's AI, artificial intelligence. And the big question is that for all those technologies that we face, what can we do today using and leveraging AI and those technologies and use them to our advantage, to all those outcomes that we talked about before. And this is where I make this distinction between generative AI and practical AI. Because we talk a lot about AI. This graph shows to you the time it took for this company, ChatGPT, to reach this milestone of 100 million users. It took only 2 months for them to reach this milestone. So it's extremely fast. Even the previous record holder, TikTok, was extremely fast, but it took them 9 months to reach this 100 million users. And you've really seen in the last year and even more, a lot of articles about AI. A lot of articles that are sometimes very optimistic, and some are coming from dystopian thinking that AI will just cause the end of the world. Okay, I'm not going to discuss about this today. The fact is, AI is here, and we still have to treat this question how we're going to use it. If you're in a huge, if you want to go fast, you may want to look at this. In today's world, actually, less than 20% have something related to AI helping them in digital transformation. And if you look at this value on the top, only 4% only have something in production. The next 14 is something in early stage. But I guess, early like a sandbox, ready to go to production. But I bet that those companies still, they'll face some issue before being able to go in production. And all the rest, it means more than 80% haven't really started. So what's the issue? Its issue is with generative AI, it's actually very fun. You can play with it. I don't know if you had the chance to play with ChatGPT and its module and all the others. You can do a lot of things. So this is the character that I created with my children to go into the books. It's great, but the more you play with it, the more you realize something is that the likes of ChatGPT are actually extremely convincing in giving you the wrong answers. Unless you give something which is well-trained, even if you ask something he doesn't know, he will give you an answer because he's been designed to do it, and he will give you a wrong answer. So generative AI is fun to play with, but when we talk about practical AI, the AI that we want to implement in our company, we need to look at what we want to achieve. What is going to be the business value we want to achieve? And if we ask this to the leaders, we find out that the outcome that we're talking about are exactly the same as the outcome that we are trying to achieve with digital transformation, because actually AI is still just another technology as part of our digital transformation. So when we talk about digital transformation, we talk about all those business outcomes. So they're the same. So if you want to know what's the practical path to go to practical AI, let's look at the landscape that we've been dealing with during our digital transformation. We've been dealing with two types of systems: the systems of reports and the systems of engagement. System of record, this is all the SAP, RRP, all the database that hold in your data that are relevant to your company. And the systems of engagement, this is all the mobile, all the chatbots that will allow you to interact with those systems of records. And one of the main challenges that the C-level will tell you about digital transformation is integration. How to integrate those two types of systems. And now that we are entering an era of AI, we are going to have to face another type of systems that are going to be part of the mix, the systems of intelligence. And guess what? The challenge that you have integrating those two types of systems before is going to be placed in the middle, again, with the systems of intelligence. Just before I continue, this graph here, it's not coming from me. It's not even coming from my company. It's coming from an article that we adapted, which is called the New Modes. So you can search for it, and it's been created by the Great Adventure. So this is something which is publicly available done by the venture. So what we've done with Boomi for many years is that we've managed data pipeline from many systems. The systems of record and the systems of engagement. And we will have to do the same inbound and outbound of those systems of intelligence. And to do this, there will be a set of capabilities that you need to have in your platform. Capabilities like data governance, data event integration, automation, and outside of your systems of intelligence, to your systems of engagement, you will need some additional capabilities. And all those capabilities, those are the capabilities that our platform, Boomi, have already used when it comes to digital transformation. When this was given to me, I actually couldn't really believe that our Boomi platform can help in this type of use case. So what I did is that I talked to my team and I told them, okay, one of the most famous use cases, one of the most popular use cases in artificial intelligence is called retrieval augmented generation. And what it is for, it's just that today, if you want to ask something to your AI engine, to your LLM, large language model, it will not be able to give you accurate answers if it has not been properly trained. So you have to augment these capabilities of retrieving information. And this is what we call retrieval augmented generation. And I searched on YouTube, I said, okay, how do we do this? You search on YouTube, and I saw a lot of framework while you do it with Python. So it's actually very easy to do. You just go to Python and you just go to YouTube, you just go in the tutorial, and you finish your use case. And I challenged my team in Asia. I have a small team. I said, okay, try to do the same with what is done in Python with our platform, which is Boomi. You just, at the end, you just have to integrate a little bit of systems like a vector database, your LLM, so we just took ChatGPT, OpenAI, and one of their API, and a lot of systems of engagement like Salesforce, Discord, whatever you think of. And funnily enough, in this process, I learned myself what was the benefit of Boomi doing this. My team came back within 3 days and completed the use case. Fair enough. I think if you're really good in Python, you can do it quite quickly too. But what's happened is that when you have a platform like Boomi, which is enterprise grade, a lot of challenge from the world, which is security, which is scalability, is actually handled by Boomi. Because if you do it in Python, you won't have the capability to do it. What happens when you want to scale and just have everything scalable and with elasticity? What happens when you want to have an API which is secure? You must have an enterprise-grade platform to be able to do this. So this is where Boomi helped us in completing this use case. And by the way, we have a workshop, so I pushed my team a little further and told them, now I want to have a workshop for this. So we have designed a workshop, which is a hands-on workshop, where we invite people to just do it for us. And the outcome is that half a day of workshop, they can come back to their company and they'll have an implementation of this miracle augmented generation ready to be implemented. And think about the use case it is. You can now ask your LLM some information about your company and it will reply to your query with information that you've given to it. I want to finish with one thing. You know, I talked about our platform, I talked about artificial intelligence, but you may say to me, well, at the end, it's exactly the same platform, and this is just a different use case. And you're talking about something that you don't know. Actually, when we talk about the, how can I say, the popular type of use case when it comes to artificial intelligence, there is another one which is the co-piloting. Just making sure that AI will help you do your task in a more efficient way. ChatGPT is one of them, but you expect the level of automation and the level of integration to be better. So that's what we come here in Boomi with our platform. You see in the middle, this is all the capabilities I talked about, application integration, data synchronization. I won't go into the technical detail of all of them. This is our capabilities. This is also part of our platform. We have all the templates, all the accelerators, for people to start to go very quickly on ramping up integration processes. And we have something which is important here. This is the foundation of our platform. What we've been doing is that we've been the leader in integration for 10 years in a row. And when I say integration, this is iFast, meaning that we're collecting data based on the monitoring about our integration. And this has been feeding our artificial intelligence engine to be able now to do the integration for you. So it will be able to manage your platform, telling you something is wrong with an API that has been breached. It will be able to design for you, and also orchestration and so on, and also documentation. One of the worst nightmares of a developer is to do the documentation. So now our platform is doing the documentation for them. We are multi-cloud, on-premise, wherever you want to implement it, it will be comparable. And when it comes to security, well, understanding we have a lot of compliance. And those are all the assets that I was talking about when I talk about Boomi helping you in your digital transformation. All this, if you use it, manual code, you will do the happy part, the happy integration, but all the challenge of security or data privacy, this is what you have to what you have to look at. And we've launched Boomi AI. So what happened with Boomi AI? You don't have to do any drag and drop, you don't have any piece of code. You just talk to your systems in just natural English language. You say, I want to connect here is QuickBooks to SAP or SAP to Salesforce. And actually, our engine is going to design the code for you. So when we talk about, I think in presentation before we talked about citizen developers, we always were the easiest to use platform in the market for integration. So I'm not trying to say that we're doing a local platform, we're doing integration still. But in terms of ease of use, we went one step further. In language, you can talk to your engine and it will do your integration. And it sounds easy because I've been doing this for 20 years. For 20 years, I tried to teach the developers it's easy to connect to SAP, it's easy to connect to Salesforce and do the mapping. Actually, it's not that easy. If you've been doing this for 20 years like me, it's easy. But when we talk about setting an integrator, we wanted to go one step further. That's it for me. That's what I wanted to say to you today. So one of the key takeaways from today is that we're in the midst of digital transformation, and maybe you want to fix your challenge with your new upcoming project in artificial intelligence. And if you want to go there, Boomi, by fixing your today's challenge of integration, will put you in the right path for your AI initiatives. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
And we still have time for some question. Maybe some of our audiences have some question in mind. Can you raise your hand so I can give the microphone to you? Any questions from the crowd? Come on, don't be shy. We still have a few minutes. You might be interested in how to really brag. Take this